Check, check, check. Hey, hey. Oh, sorry about that. I should have turned the camera on first. Saving some battery. Just saving some battery. Because, I don't have a constant power source for my camera quite yet. Just looking to see how all this is going to turn out. Welcome, everybody. Whoa, my head's cut off. Sweet. It's not so cut off anymore. And I'll keep the headphones on for now. Anyways, welcome. I have to try to copy the chat into this real quick. Oh, whoops, that's not. I need to go. Sorry, I'm still figuring this out, guys. I'm using Streamlabs, and yeah, I'm just not used to it yet. So I think I have the chat going. Anyways, it's gonna be a work in process, just trying stuff out, seeing what works, what doesn't work. Anyways, I'm Jon, aka Wild Dinosaur, aka Richard's Pet Wedding Facilities, aka I don't know, all kinds of other stuff. Making with Jon. That's one. That's one of mine. I did that. Let's see. I have some notes for myself because, man, when I was doing those podcasts, I had to script stuff out for myself. I'm gonna try to not do that so much. I do want to talk about what I'm doing here. This is filling the void for me of the podcast, the virtual crate that I used to do. Right as COVID hit, I kind of stopped doing it because of a lot of reasons. So we're here now, and I just want to talk. I'm still having a hard time getting this chat box in here, and I'll figure this out. I promise I will figure this out. It might be a short episode today, just so I can test stuff out and let everybody know what I'm doing here. And that is an extension, really, of the Virtual Crate podcast. I like talking about movies and TV and music, and I want to keep doing that. And there's I think for some people, feels like the world is burning around them. But hey, we got the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, so can't be that bad, right? Yeah, there's some stuff going on in the world. And you know what? This is a place where we might talk about some of that stuff. Virtual Crate, not so much. But I guess I have to sign in. I thought I was already signed in. Oh well. No one else is seeing the chat, right? Yeah, I didn't think so. Sorry about that. I will do my best to I will do my best to not leave so much dead air. And I'm already failing. What is going on with my password here? I apparently don't know my own Gmail account. Yeah, okay, this is not working right now. I'm gonna have to fix the chat stuff a little later. Sorry about that. Um, so yeah, again, just getting back into it, the virtual crate, uh, something I liked doing. It was pretty scripted. I mean, our podcast wasn't totally scripted, but we had a rundown, and I tried to do my best to um, keep up with what we were doing, the script wise. But now that I'm live, and once I can get the chat set up, I will have this more of a discussion. So I will be talking about all of the stuff that I've already been talking about, movies and stuff like that. But as things happen in the world, we'll probably touch on some of those things. Like, for example, today there was another January 6th hearing here in the United States. It's pretty crazy what's going on here, just all around. Um, and yeah, there's a lot of people kind of on edge. Mostly, I think. Well, I think a lot of politicians are on edge, because they might be implicated in destroying certain parts of democracy. Anyways, we'll leave that discussion for later. Let's see. Yes. Okay, before we get into the news that I want to talk about first, which is going to be music news, I want to start off by saying thank you for being here. And anybody who wants to help support this channel, of course, liking and subscribing is always really helpful. Sharing, telling your friends and family to join the conversation here. But one of the other ways that really helps me actually grow the channel is I have my website, wilddinosaur.com. You can see up there at the top, wilddinosaur.com. I have an online shop there. You can get my merch there. I've made this design. I have a bunch of other art that I've made that I have. That's available for print purchase. And also you can find links to all of my social media and the things that I do. I also make music and music videos. And so I have stuff posted there for your enjoyment. So hopefully check out wilddinosaur.com. It really helps, like I said, grow this channel. One thing that does not need my help is, take the headphones off for this. My hairline does not need help. I'm thinking about just, doing the samurai and just shaving it there and then just keeping it in a ponytail at all times. Think that'd be rad. Let me know if that's cultural appropriation or if I should, I don't know, just do the Farnsworth. If you don't know the Farnsworth, it's Farnsworth is a character from Futurama. He's a rival to the professor, and he's bald up top and's got the ponytail. Anyways, should I do the Farnsworth or the samurai? You let me know. Should I just shave it all off? I don't like that look, but we could do it. It's over here. I could also just rock the Mando helmet all the time. It's not the Mandalorian, but it's a Mandalorian helmet. I got too many masks. Yeah. I have masks. Oh, I just realized that the graphic that I have up for my background didn't change. I fixed a couple of things. I threw a drop shadow on the Jon Does logo. It popped out a little better. And the Wild Dinosaur lower third I changed to, I believe it was a light blue color. I'll fix that later. I will fix that later. Anyways, let's see what else we got. Oh yeah, this background, I've been really excited This is so dumb. I've been really excited to use this background for a long time. I accidentally made this the glitchy looking thing here um, at my old job. I was working at Telemundo in Sacramento. I did master control for Telemundo, ran the commercial breaks and things like that. And I worked at night, so I got to mess around with things and teach myself how to do things like Photoshop and keying out green screens and stuff like that. I don't know what happened. I was layering, I think it was a bunch of space backgrounds, and the computer glitched, and it wasn't a this is what came out. This background that you see, that's what came out of this. It's interesting, and I've always liked it. I've always kept it to use for something, and for now I'm going to use it as my background here for Jon Does. So all right, what is Jon Does? Jon Does, and if you say it fast, Jon Does, Jon Does, Jon Does, Jon Does, Jon Does. If you're wondering why I call it that, first of all, it was I've got so many of these things that I've done, making with John, Dark John, all these kinds of things. And this came up one time as you should do Making with John, but calling it Jon Does. And I always liked the name. Always thought it was funny, so I figured this would be a good place to use the name, because I'm gonna do things. You might not see me do them, but I will talk about them here. And that is Mark, what's up? What's up, Mark? I worked with Mark at Telemundo. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. Jon Does is just, that's Jon Does. I watched something and then told you about it. So the title works. This is me justifying it. So all right. Now that I kind of have all that stuff out of the way. And hey, sorry again. I'm still trying to figure out this chat thing on screen, putting it on screen through Streamlabs. So I got you there, Mark. Sorry I don't have it on screen yet. I will figure this out, I promise. I don't want to make you guys watch me figure this out. I feel like that's a waste of your time. So I'll do some more tests, after the show's over, and make sure everything's good. So today I think we'll probably go without the on-screen chat. There are about 4 people in here right now, and that's fantastic. Thank you everybody for being here. Again, this is kind of testing this out to see if this is something that I can do. I think I've been kind of antisocial in the last handful of years for my own reasons, and I mean, it's just nice to talk, I guess. Yeah, so I really want to expand this. Again, technical issues aside, I want to expand this show to become something that's you guys look forward to coming to the show every. I don't have a schedule yet. I just decided to go. Today at 1:00 was kind of just threw it out there. I spent the last couple of days trying to set up as much as I could of all of this, getting Streamlabs down and everything. Oops, sorry. And of course, there's still more things to work out. But yeah. So we're here now. This is really funny for me. I don't. Public speaking is something I don't enjoy, but I don't dislike. And I've only done on screen stuff for myself, like Dark John, making with John. All of that stuff really stems from a lack of other people. I usually write stuff myself, and sometimes just want to set a camera up and start shooting, or getting something creative out. So a lot of the times it was just me, and I'd like to expand my network a little bit more. And by network, I don't just mean jobs. I don't just mean, like, oh, hey, I want you guys to come here and talk to me about whatever it is we're going to talk about. Excuse me. I chugged some orange juice, and it's making me gassy for some reason. Uh, um, yeah, I want people to be able to come here and listen to me talk about some of this stuff, but also join in. And we've got another comment from Michelle. What's up, Michelle? All the way down in El Salvador. What's up? I will wear my hair the way I like it. It's I don't know how I like it. Right now, I currently have it long, and I like it like that. Then I tilt down. I do a little camera tilt, and then I look at that, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just go with it. Let's go with the aging hippie look, I guess. I do like the long hair, but I'll play with it. I'll play with it a little bit. What Mark said? Mark said, you could do hairspray. You could do hairspray propped up Saturn rings around a mohawk. That'd be awesome. I think for the mohawk, I need some more AstroTurf up here. um, Thank you guys for getting involved. I love this already. This is already super fun. All right. Before, well, I keep saying before. I'm gonna just jump into my first topic that I have. We've been going for 6 minutes already, and or longer. No, I think we've been going longer. Oh wow, yeah. All right. I'm gonna start off with some music news, because you know what? I've been needing to hear this news for a really long time. The Mars Volta, they put out their last record in 2012. It's been 10 years. And last week, I think it was, they announced tour dates. They released a new single. And there's an inevitable album coming soon. I'm sure they're going to be touring this record. I got tickets. To go see the Mars Volta in October in LA. I'm in California, so I will be going to LA to go see the Mars Volta on one of their shows. They added 3 dates for LA, and I got one of them. I'm really excited about this. I've seen the Mars Volta 3 times, and wait, was it? I think I've seen them twice, actually, and then I saw Omar in a couple of his side bands. Saw Les Boucherettes, handful. What was that? I think it was. No, they opened for. They opened, I believe it was, for Omar on one of his shows. And then, oh, no, I'm sorry. It wasn't Les Boucherettes. Forgive me. I saw Bosnian Rainbows, which was, Omar has a side project. I don't know where it stands. They only did one record. With Terry Genderbender from Les Boucherettes. I think they're dating. Whatever. I like both bands quite a bit. So I saw Omar with Bosnian Rainbows in San Francisco. I believe that was the Great American Music Hall. And then I saw Omar again on with one of his solo projects. I think it was. They opened for Primus. I saw Primus at the Greek Theater in Berkeley. I know most people know the Greek Theater in LA. If you get a chance to go to the Greek Theater in Berkeley, I highly recommend it. It's an outdoor amphitheater. It's awesome. Built into a hill, so I don't know. It's a cool spot. I haven't been there in a while, but I have always loved um, the Greek on. It's actually on the Berkeley campus, really. So it's a great venue. But so the Mars Volta is coming back. They have tour dates. They have a single that's out. The single, I love the single. It's called was it Blacklight Shine? And the song itself is about 3 minutes. But the video for it that was released is like 11 minutes long. What I like about the video is it's basically just a lot of uh, Puerto Rican percussion. There's a lot of hand drumming going on, and is it two or three? There's a couple people dancing in it, and there's very like primal. Forgive me, I'm not ingrained in certain culture. I don't know if it's traditional. Some of the stuff they're doing, but it's very tribal. It's very raw. It's very emotional, and the video is great. I've sat through the video a couple of times, but I do when I am driving around or doing random tasks where I'm listening to music. I will put that new track on repeat, and I've listened to it a lot. So if you haven't checked it out yet, go check out Blacklight Shine from the Mars Volta. And a little note that I had written here was the Mars Volta has I didn't know this when the song came out. They traditionally had Juan Alderete as their bass player. He was formerly of Racer X with Paul Gilbert back in the 80s. Juan's a great bass player. He also had done the Pedals and Effects channel on YouTube, which is great if you're a musician and you're just trying to learn about effects pedals for bass, guitar, or whatever. They had a great one. That's you can still find a lot of stuff, but I think one was in a bike accident and had severe head damage. And I think he's doing well now, but I don't believe he is working with the Mars Volta right now. And from what I found out, Ava Gardner, who did bass originally with the Mars Volta when they first started out, she's back. She I think she toured with like Pink and a bunch of pop musicians for a while. But she's back, and she's got bass on this single. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna assume she's probably on the whole record. But it's nice to hear her back. She's got great bass player. I don't have too much to say about it. It's nice to see the female presence in rock music. It's always welcome because there's been a history of marginalized people in not getting their due at times, and women right now are definitely marginalized at least in this country. So check in. Michelle says I'm lucky. I'd love to see them too. Yeah, well, they're going on tour, so I don't know. I don't know where I don't have their full tour schedule, but just keep an eye out. They'll probably tour more if they got more footage coming out. Ryan Hudson, what's up, Ryan? What's up, my guy? Yep, really well shot footage from Puerto Rico. The vocalist sounds better too. Yeah, I think I like Cedric, the vocalist for the Mars Volta. Both Cedric and Omar were in. They started off in. Well, they didn't start off in just this band. They were in a bunch of bands in El Paso prior, but they were mostly known for being in a band called At the Drive-In, which broke up. And at the time, I think they were kind of considered screamo, emo, and their I think some of their contemporary bands, um, I didn't appreciate their vocals as much. I've always had a little bit of a soft spot for Cedric. He's got a huge range, and have always really appreciated it. But I do think Ryan. I think you're right. I think the mixing on his vocals sounds a little better this time. Not to say that they always did a bad job. I mean, their Deloused in the Comatorium was Rick Rubin production, so um, I just think it's probably a bit of experience at this point. They've all been in bands. They've all been doing stuff. Even in the last 10 years that the Mars Volta hasn't been around. They've all been working on projects. I mean, Bosnian Rainbows for Omar, and he's had he had like a two. I don't remember. It's like a 2 year period where he put out like 40 records or something like that. I don't remember the number count. Excuse me. But it was large. It was a huge amount of records, and I don't even think I've gotten through all of them. I like Omar's stuff, but sometimes when you have too much music, it's sometimes hard to absorb. For me, I'm an absorber. Like I said before, will listen to that new track a bunch of times, just kind of almost on repeat. Actually, the way I've been listening to it is I haven't put a playlist together for it, but I have. I'll usually start off with the Black Light Shine single, and then go into Magenta Mountain from off the new King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard record. I really like. That's another band I will probably talk a lot about. I love King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. I've seen them twice now. I saw them at the Fillmore in San Francisco in, was it 2017, I think? And I saw them again the week before 420 this year in Santa Barbara at the Arlington Theater. And it was right before Coachella, so they played an acoustic set instead of their, full-blown hard rock set. And it was really good. I was actually really glad that they went with an acoustic set. I like a lot of aspects of King Gizzard. I like their slower stuff. I like their heavier stuff. I like their jazzy stuff. It's kind of, they're one of those bands, and I know I was just talking about like bands with huge discographies. King Gizzard has like 43 records total, and they've been around for like 7 or 8 years or something like that. Maybe like 10, but still, it's a lot of records. I don't know if you guys have ever put. I know some of you guys in here. Ryan's put some records together. I've put some records together with Ryan, and it's not always an easy task. You got individual songs to get through, and then you've got the whole package, and then you got album art and stuff like that. And King Gizzard's one of those bands that I appreciate the fact that there are like 4 guitar players, because it brings, you get more personality in your sound, and it just brings more creativity to the table in general. Specifically King Gizzard, I will probably always be checking out what they're doing, even if it's not right away. I'll probably always check in and see what kind of stuff they're doing. I still there's still an element that I would like to see at the beginning or the end. It's been a minute for me, but at the beginning, oh no, did my camera turn off? Can you guys still see me? Oh, it looks like my camera's still on. Just my monitor's gone to sleep, which well, I don't have a constant power source for the camera, so I gotta try to keep an eye on that. But so yeah, we probably won't go very, very much longer today. You know what? Whatever. If the camera dies, it's the end of the stream. At the end of the stream. At the end of the scream. You'd still hear the scream. Ah! Let's see. Okay. Yeah, thanks, Ryan. I'm still here. Cool. Streamlabs, I've got I got YouTube open and then Streamlabs open, and I can see both of them. But yeah, anyways. Yeah, I think it's just my monitor on my camera went to sleep for now. These Canons do that typically. I think they just like go into like a power down mode. Anyways, I was saying something about King Gizzard and liking King Gizzard. Thanks again, Ryan, for that. Yeah, so King Gizzard. You know what? It has been about half hour. So I'm gonna take a quick commercial break, and I'm interested to see what you guys think about my commercial break. So let's go. Prioritize a regular skin routine. Use it or lose it. There are some important things to remember, you know? Use it or lose it. I mean, you could say that about anything. I use my feet pretty often, so I'm not losing those anytime soon. So let's see. I'm going to check in on the chat one more time. I have to go. Oh, Michelle, bye. Have a good rest of your evening. And we'll see you again. She says, I have to go, John, but you're awesome. Please don't stop your projects. You always start and then abandon. Yeah, I know. I think the live stream is a little bit more relaxed for me. So, so far so good. Just got to work out some of these kinks. Like I want to get that live chat up on the screen and stuff like that. Mark, you got some talent, my man. Thanks, Mark. I appreciate that. I try. Actually, this is a quick check-in with everybody. I don't know if I've mentioned this here or there, but I decided to go back to school last year, and I am doing a certificate program through the UCLA extension for directing. So I'm trying to hone skills, especially around video production, and I'm always trying to do better with my music production as well too. So that's just a little life check-in. Yeah, I'm trying. Thanks, Mark. I appreciate it. Let's see. What do I got? Okay. So I think the rest of the episode I'm going to talk about probably two things. First of all, the state of the Marvel Cinematic Universe is it's expanded for sure. After Avengers Endgame, just another auteur out of UCLA. Well, I try. making me watch all those David Lynch movies. um, the MCU is pretty big. I'm curious if anybody. I know I talk to Ryan sometimes about this. If anybody's watching any of the series on Disney Plus, that is essentially Phase 4. We had WandaVision, Loki, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Hawkeye, Moon Knight, and then now we're on Miss Marvel. I don't think I missed any in there. I think that's it. That's out just now. I know there's more coming. I've enjoyed probably 50 to 60% of the Disney Plus stuff overall. I really liked WandaVision a bit. Same complaint a lot of people had. It was really interesting, really weird, not what I was expecting. And then the end felt, that last episode felt a bit like kind of standard Marvel. Not that I dislike huge CG end sequences, but it did feel like the tone changed a bit towards the end. I loved WandaVision. Don't get me wrong. It is my second favorite of the Disney Plus series. I think my first favorite would be Loki. Tom Hiddleston is just a great actor. And then, all of the things we got within the series was just really entertaining. It's and also the fact that I think Loki, maybe more so than WandaVision. WandaVision definitely sets up Doctor Strange too. But I think Loki probably plays a bigger role in what's to come, and the bigger implications in whatever the next phase or phases are going to be for Marvel. I think my third out of these ones is I'm kind of leaving Miss Marvel out just because it's we've only got 3 episodes so far of that. It's good. It's a more family friendly tone than maybe Moon Knight, which Moon Knight I think is my third favorite. They do a lot with identity, and this is forgive me, I forget the term. Is it dissociative identity? I haven't heard too many people who actually deal with that in their real lives talk about the show at all, so I'm not sure what kind of feedback was given from people in that community for the show. I thought it was well done. I like Oscar Isaacs. I think this is one of his best franchises. Totally underused in Star Wars. I think most of the new cast was pretty underused in those movies. And then of course there's X-Men Apocalypse, where Oscar Isaacs played Apocalypse. And oh man, that was rough. That movie was rough. I don't blame Oscar Isaac for that at all. But I'm glad that's over with. I think it was Simon Kinberg, right? He wrote and directed that. And I think Simon Kinberg also, if I'm not mistaken, was the one that wrote X3. And he wanted a new he wanted a second pass basically at the Dark Phoenix story, and yeah, he shouldn't have he shouldn't have gotten that second pass. And he directed it, and I don't think he's an established director so much. He might have done TV and whatnot, but maybe somebody with a little more experience or a better eye would probably had fit the director position a little better than Simon Kinberg. Let's see. So yeah, for me, Loki, and then WandaVision and Moon Knight. I like Moon Knight as a character, so I definitely was excited to see that one. And Miss Marvel is probably my fourth, maybe. I don't know. Again, it's only had a couple episodes, but I like I like seeing Kamala Khan is Miss Marvel. I like seeing Kamala Khan's family. I like seeing the Pakistani heritage and things that we don't normally see in Western movies as much, especially in big franchises like superhero movies and Star Wars and whatnot. Since we are, going down the list still, my least favorite was, I have a hard time with this. I go back and forth with Hawkeye and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I liked both of them to a degree. I think both of them hit marks where they needed to, but I think some stuff just didn't work. And I think Falcon and the Winter Soldier probably missed more in some ways than some of the other shows. I think that seeing a new Captain America that stands for something different, that stands for something more modern, was nice to see, and the conversations around that, and also Bucky's journey into fitting into society again and figuring out his place. I definitely want to see more of them. I don't know if I want to see a direct second season, but we'll definitely get more of these characters. I mean, Marvel's only expanding. They're not really killing off characters. It's hard to do that in a comic book franchise because Thor, people talked about, oh, maybe we don't need Thor after that second movie, The Dark World. I liked it when it came out. I was excited because Alan Taylor directed it and he was doing Game of Thrones stuff at the time. We hadn't hit that final season of Game of Thrones yet. We were still in the midst of everybody really liking Game of Thrones a lot, which I think people still do. But Alan Taylor directed Thor: The Dark World. Oh, hey, I got one. I don't know why this happened. My chat's kind of working. What did I do? I don't know what I did. Mark said, Gore the God Butcher coming at you. Yeah, I'm super pumped for Thor. I think Gore, I've seen his design in the comics, and he's cool looking. I kind of like the movie look. He looks pretty rad. And I'm excited about Christian Bale being a part of the MCU. I mean, he's just a great actor. Now we get Batman as a villain in Marvel. It's really cool. Really cool to see that. What was I gonna say about Thor? Thor 2. That's right. Thor 2. Man, that movie was not very good. I I came out of the theater being like, that was pretty cool. I got to see more Asgard than I did before. But it was people were about ready to be done with Thor after that second movie. And then Ragnarok comes around and, you know, rebooted the character kind of in a really good way. I like the character more now than I did before. And actually, I'm going to get up for a second because I want to show you guys something. I I'm a child, and so I've purchased some stuff. I have my fat Thor. I love this version of Thor. But I also picked up my boom, cut off sleeve 80s Thor. Let's go. There we are. I'm gonna get that autofocus back. Yeah. I just like this version of Thor since post Thor the Dark World. He's become one of my favorite chunk boy. Yeah, he's definitely got some of that guilt right there in the. That's where his guilt lived, right there in the gut. I'd know. I would know. This is gonna be fun. I'm just gonna be self-deprecating for most of this, so you'll probably see me jiggle my fat gut around and make you look at my oddly balding head. I don't know. I think this is cool. I want to see more guys out there not be so self-conscious and, oh, it's gone, so I got to just shave it. Fuck that. Just let's get all weird with it, guys. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's make other men feel uncomfortable about their own hair. Love it. Let's go. Yeah, the MCU. Oh, I saw my stream kind of lagging there for a second. Wow, I've gone for 50 minutes almost. That's amazing. Well, I'll get through the MCU stuff. We can talk Star Wars another day. Actually, before I go, I need your help. When should I stream again? Should I do this on Tuesday at 1? Should I try to stream every day? That might be a little much for me, but, you know, I just want to hear what you guys think. Should I try doing it at a different time? Should I do Tuesday at 1? Should I do Tuesday at like 5 p.m.? Should I do it at like 9 p.m.? Should I do a different day? I'll be honest, I kind of decided to do it on Tuesday at 1 because one of my favorite podcasts is not on today. So, but that doesn't mean I can't do another day. I'll make things work. I'll make this show work. I just I'm not sure when you guys think. Later in the day, Ryan says weekly. Okay. All right. What time? You think like 3, 5, 9, midnight? Should I do like 4 in the morning? Make you guys all wake up at 4 in the morning to watch my ass. Yeah, there's a lot of things I will still be working on. Like, again, the chat, I'm going to try to figure this out. Scheduling is another thing. I don't mind trying to do this daily. I get a little self-conscious about how much I think I can talk in front of people, but, you know, here I am. I didn't realize I'd gone for 50 minutes already, so maybe we'll try this daily. I'm not opposed to that at all. Around sunset, Ryan says. All right. Before or after dinner? Whose dinner? Yours or mine? um, 5 or 6 in the evening, maybe could be a good time. I don't know. Well, please keep letting me know when you guys think I should be doing more, or what time you guys think I should be going. So, anyways, I'll keep an eye out and see what you guys think I should be doing, or when you think I should be on. Yeah, just finish up this Marvel rant, I guess. It's not really a rant. I don't really have a ton of terrible things to say. I do have an endpoint that Mark says, try different times, have fun with it, share stuff you like. And you know what? That's the point, you know. I will. I'm just, you know, seeing if there's times that you guys suggest. So yeah, I will. Mark, you and I are on the same page. I'm just trying to have fun with this, instead of, you know, trying to overproduce too much, like I maybe was trying to do with the Virtual Crate podcast. Man, I'm surprised at how much fun I'm having here. Thank you. There's 6 people here, and I really appreciate that. I know, in comparison with other YouTubers or whatever, that's nothing, but I think it's everything. You 6 people are, I'm having some of the most fun I've had in a while, honestly. And I couldn't do this without you guys here, helping me out and joining in the discussion. So I do want to keep you guys in mind when I try to schedule stuff as well. So we're all having fun. We're all doing you know, fun things together. And anyways. All right. So, sorry for bouncing around. I will try to be more on. It's one thing I'd like to be is more consistent in my thought process and getting it all out before I jump around to, help me schedule stuff. Marvel, the Disney Plus shows. I think I put Hawkeye slightly above Falcon and Winter Soldier. And there were rumors, I think, with the Falcon and Winter Soldier that it was originally going to be 10 episodes and was cut down because of COVID and all this stuff. I kind of buy that. There was a lot with that show. The main villains didn't really seem like they had the most cohesive story. I don't want to knock acting or anything like that, because I think a lot of this comes to the writing and how it was presented in general. And I don't think the villains were well, I guess there's there's 2 kinds of sets of villains in this. The terrorist organization, if you will. They kind of got undercut, and it became less about them and their ploy or plot to do whatever it was I actually don't even remember what they were trying to do anymore. But that's partly because I don't remember. I don't think it was executed as well as I think they could have. But yeah, I know we're getting more with some of these characters. I mean, one of the best parts of the Falcon and Winter Soldier was Zemo, Baron Zemo. Daniel Bruhl as an actor is fantastic. I remember seeing him for the first time in Inglourious Bastards, and it's like, who's this guy? I think this phase of Marvel is different, feels different overall than what we've got before, and that's good. I think change is good, overall. I'm not sure that it's hitting me as the way not all the first movies or the first couple of phases of Marvel hit for me. But it did leave me with I actually kind of got back into movies. Ryan would probably know this. I was working with Ryan at Half Price Books in Berkeley in 2012 when the first Avengers movie came out, and I think that was the first time since I was a kid I'd gone and seen a movie more than once in the theaters. I think I saw it like 5 or 6 times. I was really into it, and it really pushed me back into like trying to be a little more creative, and it's probably the reason I decided to go back to school. I'm not crediting Joss Whedon or anything like that. I'm just it ignited a bit of like, oh wow, they can do that in movies these days. And I don't think we've got a ways to go with this new phase of Marvel stuff, and I'm hoping we get there again. There's just something lacking for me a little bit. There is a little less heart, I would say. It's hard to really kind of say it like that because they're doing good stuff. Marvel is trying to do good stuff, and they are accomplishing some of it. I don't know. It remains to be seen what's going to happen with all of this stuff. I mean, we got Thor: Love and Thunder coming out. Just was it next week? Next week, and that's probably the movie I've been most excited for. Even over Doctor Strange 2. I'm a Doctor Strange fan. Comics wise, I've always enjoyed specifically like the Jack Kirby, like really vibrant, bright art around the Doctor Strange comics. And I think it's cool that we live in a time where you can actually do that stuff visually on screen now. There's been a boost in quality in graphics, and I know it's one of those things where, you know, in 5-10 years we're gonna look back at stuff now and be like, it doesn't hold up as good. But there are things that do, and it's cool to see that you can get your mirror universe, you know, your whole geometry, trippy kaleidoscope look that fits for me. And the first Doctor Strange was okay. I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was the greatest. I also haven't really enjoyed the first movie in most of the franchises. It usually takes a little bit of time for me to attach myself to some of these characters a little more. And that first movie was good. I was excited for more. And Doctor Strange 2, which is now on Disney Plus, so you can watch it at home. It just felt, it's fine. It's and when I say it's fine, it's more than fine. It's a good movie. It's not the best Marvel movie. Mark says psychedelic wizards are in fact the way of the future. I agree. I actually might be jumping on the wizard train. I have some stuff wizard oriented in the works myself, so I think you're right, Mark. Psychedelic wizards are in fact the way of the future. We need more wizards. I'm just vote wizard next election. The second Doctor Strange movie it's good. There was some cool stuff that happens in it. I don't want to totally spoil stuff for anybody who hasn't seen it yet, because I don't know. Some of the big stuff that was exciting for people to see didn't quite work. Didn't quite land for me, I'll say, as well as they had hoped. I think there's some characters that maybe got the short end of the stick. But anyways, let me know what you guys thought. Did you guys like Doctor Strange too? I did, and I'll rewatch some parts of it at times. You know, it might be one of those movies I throw on before bed or something like that. And yeah, Thor 2 coming out soon. So we've still got a ways to go in this phase of Marvel stuff. I mean, what is it? Black Panther next year. I think after Thor, I gotta look this up. I don't remember, but I don't remember what's coming next exactly. But I know we have Black Panther 2 coming soon, which who knows what that's gonna be all about. All I hear is Namor rumors. So, I mean, that's all I got to go on, really. And then I think I remembered seeing Ant-Man 3 is coming out in February 2023. And that one I'm excited for because I know there's going to be Jonathan Majors from I don't know if you guys watched why am I forgetting the name? Lovecraft Country on HBO. He played the main character. Fantastic actor. And pops up in Loki. And we're getting him in Ant-Man 3 as Kang the Conqueror. So we're getting a new big bad coming soon. Yeah. What do you guys think of all that? You know, what do you think about not just Doctor Strange too, but anything going on in Marvel? You guys digging it? I'm there every week. Miss Marvel comes out at midnight tonight. I will probably be watching that at midnight tonight. Just, you know, that's, again, some people want to watch the world burn and some people just want to watch good content while the world burns. At least we have that. Just leave me this one thing. I could get into Star Wars. I'm going to leave that for another episode, I think. I think maybe I'll try this again tomorrow. And maybe I will maybe I'll do some Star Wars stuff tomorrow. I know I got a nephew out there somewhere. I'm sure of it. I know I have two. I just don't know where they are. I'm kidding. I got at least one nephew that's really into a lot of the Star Wars stuff, and it warms my cold little heart to see him running around talking about Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader and his favorite characters are. And this kid one time, oh man, this kid one time, he was like, I was FaceTiming with him, and he was like, you haven't even seen all the stormtroopers. And I was like, what? I've seen everything. I've seen every Star Wars. I've watched the holiday special at least 3 times in its entirety. Come on, kid. What you know about you know, the Ewok movies. You haven't seen those yet. Mark says, I would like approximately 187% more Lovecraftian madness in all content. I agree. I totally agree. Let's get some like weird monstery stuff. I kind of thought Doctor Strange would have done that a little more, you know? Oh, now that I think about it, let's get those Lovecraft Country writers. I know it's based on a book, but let's get the screenwriters to do Doctor Strange. That might be fun. That might be real fun, actually. Hey, Mark, if you haven't seen Lovecraft Country, you should check it out. It's unfortunately it didn't get a second season, but it is really fun. And good. Fun and good. I talk good. It's a really good story, and I actually think I watched it right after I watched the HBO Watchmen series, and they fit together well. Not that they're the same content, but thematically, they worked well together. Jon Does. See talent. Jon Does. I always forget my camera's over here. I'm not using my webcam on my computer, and I'm looking at my computer. That's why I'm like looking not at the camera. I'm looking at my computer, watching stuff, making sure everything's good, and the chat. And then I have my laptop over here with notes for stuff to talk about. But my camera is right up here on I actually hooked it to one of these. I have two of these podcast arms, and I hooked my camera to this one, so I don't want to move it around too much, but I like my shot well enough. So yeah, I'll save Star Wars for tomorrow. Let's try tomorrow. I might try a different time, and I'll let everybody know. I'll try, let's say, what do you guys think? 3, 4? Should I try 3 or 4? I think maybe 3. If anybody has anything to say about that, I'll try streaming at 3 because this was fun, and I want to come back and do this more. I will end with before it's just a quick explanation of I didn't grow up to be a big video game person. I had systems growing up. I remember when my parents were still married, my dad came home or my brother and my dad had gone out, and they came back with an original Nintendo, and I remember getting down on Duck Hunt and the racing pad that you run on and all that stuff. And then I think later on had a Super Nintendo. I still love Super Nintendo. Nintendo's kind of my system in general. Most of the games I grew up playing were Nintendo games, Mario stuff, the standard. Zelda is probably my favorite franchise, video game franchise. I haven't played all of them, but when I was a kid, my mom had got me I have it around somewhere. It's over here. My mom got me this one year for Christmas, and it came in a package from Costco, and it came with, I still have the game too. It was in there. Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening. Link's Awakening. This was the first Zelda game that I played, and it was the first one. It's the first video game I ever beat by myself too. So I have a soft spot in my heart for that Zelda game. I did play the remake a year or two ago for Switch. So I was never a huge gamer. I do like certain games, and I go through cycles of playing video games. But in the last couple of years, I have begun to play more when I can. I got a PlayStation 5. Don't be jealous. I got a PlayStation 5 at one point a couple months back, and I've played a couple of games already that I really, really like. Just real quick, Ghost of Tsushima is probably, aside from Zelda, one of my newest favorite games of all time. It's beautiful. It's fantastic. It's fun to play. It's open world. I do enjoy those first person open world games a little bit more. So yeah, I just wanted to let everybody know I'll probably be talking about video games more. I have some things to say about, current state of certain games. And I also, there was a Nintendo Direct today, I think. And it had some third-party games. So no big news there for me, at least. I'm sure some people are excited about some of the games coming out, but I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna leave it here today, guys. It's 2:10. I've been going for hour and 12 minutes according to this timer, and my camera's still on. Huzzah! If I go longer, I'm going to have to get a power source for my camera, which shouldn't be difficult. I just haven't put the time in to figure that out yet. Anyways, before I go, I do want to say real quick, this place where we discuss and have fun is just that. It's going to be a safe space. I'm going to, for all of us triggered snowflakes. No, I don't want to be here to foster an environment for people to spout any kinds of nonsense. I'm going to be talking about Star Wars, and there is a lot of problems with the fan base right now. There's a lot of racism and sexism, and if you're here to, get down on that shit, get the fuck out of here. I don't want you here. Straight up. This is for us to have a good time, have fun, and I don't want to hear any of that shit. Sorry. You go play in your own sandbox. We'll be playing in ours, and we're gonna be having fun doing this. We're gonna, I'm gonna keep these commercial breaks going. You'll see my website commercial, but you'll also see more Dark Jon and other stuff that I have. I want to premiere stuff on here. I want to show you guys music videos that I've made. I want to show you guys, new skits that I'm doing. I recently just did Dark Jon Origin. It's probably the longest and most narrative short that I've done. I want to premiere stuff like that here. I want to show you guys this live while we can sit here and have discussions about stuff. So again, this is a place for all of us to just enjoy the things going on in our lives and the entertainment and media that we are consuming and want to talk about, and not be assholes about it. We can all have opinions about content and the media we're watching. We can all have opinions, but once they reach the point of sexism, racism, bigotry of any kind, you're done. Bye. That's not what this is about. There's enough bullshit going on in the world that we don't need to be surrounding ourselves with that shit all the time. I worked in news for a long time in my life, and I think news is important, but for me, I don't like watching it more than I need to. Gather information and then move on with your day. I don't want to sit and soak in other people's rotten juices. I said that. Rotten juices. Anyways, I hope we all had a good time here today. I hope we're all coming back. Hey, get on my social media, and you got the Wild Dinosaur right here down at the bottom. There we are, at the Wild Dinosaur. That's my Instagram. You can also find me on Facebook as well. And if you're here, obviously I'm on YouTube. So follow me. Let me know what you like, what you don't like. If you have suggestions on stuff to talk about, or suggestions on anything really, just reach out. I'll try to do my best to respond as quickly as possible. So with that, I'm gonna bid everyone a good day. I hope we all are productive. Get those tapes done, Ryan. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. And we can't come back if we never leave. That's true. That's true. But how are you gonna get those tapes done? Anyways, Ryan, I'll probably give you a call here shortly. All right, guys. Thank you for coming. And I'll do my best to let everybody know when I'm going to be on again. I think I'm going to try 3 tomorrow. let's see. Before I go, any thumbs up on 3 o'clock tomorrow? Thumbs up, thumbs down. I'll wait like 2 seconds before I go. Nothing? All right. Well, I'm going to get out of here. We'll meet again shortly. You know what? I'm sorry. There's such a lag between YouTube and Streamlabs, so I'm give it another couple of seconds. Put my hair up because it's gonna be hot outside when I go outside to do what I do best. All right, that's it. I'm gonna show you my bald spot again. This is my good side right here. Anyways, all right, guys. Have a good rest of your day. Keep an eye out for the next episode. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you doing? Subscribe already. All right, guys. I will see you later.